The last thing I really want to talk about to finish off this series is going to be additional resources. At this point, if you've gone through the entire series and you understood everything and it all made sense and you were able to breeze through everything, or even if you struggled a little bit, but you still were able to figure everything out, excellent. A very good job getting through everything. It's not easy to learn new software. So if you're able to push through and you're able to understand everything that we did and sort of make sense out of how we did it and why we did it, then that's great. And you're probably looking for more and you're looking for additional resources to help you learn and to help you on your way. Now, obviously, I always try to plug the O'Reilly video series first. Now, if you see a video series that interests you off the O'Reilly website, one of the bundles or one of the individual packages, definitely take a look at those because one of the benefits of going through the O'Reilly website and buying these bundles is that not only do you get the video approach step by step on what to do and how to do it, and also some of the background on why we're doing things and different ways to do things, but you also obviously get the data sets along with it. And that's not something that you often find if you just search online and look for videos and different ways to get about these things. So definitely, again, start with those O'Reilly series. Take a look at some of the bundle packages that we do offer, as well as some of the individual courses, because again, you do get all that information with it. And that's a resource that you don't often get. You don't always get the model that you're dealing with, the instruction that you have to go along with it, and sort of the how and why of what's going on. A lot of times you just get a step by step, do that, click this, click that. Some people learn that way, and that's fine. And if you're looking for that type of information, then the next step should be checking out the built in tutorials inside SOLIDWORKS. Now, I always plug those as a good resource. A lot of them haven't changed in many, many years, even though the software updates. But if you want to find those, you can either go to your help menu and you can go down to SOLIDWORKS tutorials, or you can go over to the right hand side of your screen to the task pane, select the home icon, and then you have tutorials and you have online training. Now, when you select online training, it takes you to the SOLIDWORKS website and you're allowed to basically look for a reseller and possibly your reseller or areas that are offering online training and different custom training. And this is stuff that I do as well for resellers and for clients, but I make these videos and that's how you get the information out there. But there's also the tutorials section. You click tutorials and it opens up a panel on the right hand side of your modeling window. And inside here, you have some basic information, getting started, basic techniques. And every time you select one of these, you get information and different tutorial series that you can go through. So you'll notice that there's a fillets one. It's 45 minutes long, pattern feature, sheet metal. And as you go down the line, there's lots of cool stuff in here. If you do a lot of sheet metal work, forming tools are very handy, very easy to create, but they take a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of know-how. A whole series on design tables in here, toolbox. All this information is here at your fingertips. You'll notice that you've got all of this stuff that relates to various different aspects of SOLIDWORKS. And these are all things that you can only access from the right-hand side here. So if you want more information on simulation, or if you want more information on some of the professional add-ins like event-based motion study, which is only available if you have the motion study add-in, which allows you to get into the advanced stuff that adds gravity and all that stuff. Very cool functionality, very cool features built into a lot of this stuff here. So great resource directly at your fingertips, allows you to open these. And when you go into them, a lot of these data sets are already loaded into SOLIDWORKS. You simply have to open them up and play around with them and just follow along by opening the topic, going to the directory where the assemblies and parts are located, and then following along by just going to each section, and it'll walk you through everything. Now, the pretty cool thing about going through the SolidWorks stuff is, for instance, a closer look at sensors takes you directly into the help file and information about that. And if you want a closer look at servo motors, it takes you into the help file and points you in the direction of all that information that you may or may not get otherwise. Now, if the tutorials are not what you're looking for, or if you've exhausted all the different tutorials, again, I strongly urge you to play around with reverse engineering whatever you can find, whether it's something like a pen or whether it's a cable. It could be something as simple as a twisted cable, and you just want to get a really accurate model of what that thing looks like. Or a part on your desk, a paper clip or a screwdriver. Whatever it is, just go at it with the intent to make it as realistic as possible. And by that, I mean model everything to exacting precision, try to do visualization so it looks exactly right, and get it as realistic looking, whether it's dimensionally accurate, visually accurate as possible. And by doing that, by just grabbing stuff and reverse engineering it, you're never going to run out of things to model. And eventually, you're going to have all the tools and everything that you need to get the job done.